So I made this book called A Child of Fox and Phantom. It's part fiction, part art, got a little poetry in it, and people don't know people don't know what to think of it. So, what was I trying to do with this? This video is where I'm going to explain that. So, here we go. This is the book in question. I'm going to be referencing it throughout this video. First, the fiction part. Yes, this is a story, an entire story, beginning, middle, end, the origin story of Lindsay Falco. In the book, The Gospel of Wolves, there's a point in the book where someone speaks to Lindsay after they've died. This book explains why it's significant. Starts off when she's young, but the part I'm going to read to you is from when she's a teenager. And we begin. "You won't get far with that attitude, young lady," my neighbor said to me after I told him hello by way of a single finger sprouting out from each of my fists. The truth was, I didn't need my attitude to take me places. I had boys with cars to do that. My 14-year-old self drove Susan nuts. Susan's her sister. But like I said, puberty's no joke, and I had my messed up little heart to protect. Besides, no amount of talk therapy can take you from point A in life to point B without real-world activities to fill the gap. Susan tried to warn me that I was just a notch on those boys' bedposts, but I told her, I don't care. Their cars are paintings on my canvases. See how much money their counting system makes versus mine. One boy had his car painted twice. He claimed I was too immature the first time we were together and broke up with me. I stole him from his next girlfriend. We got back together long enough for me to convince him he was right the first time. Some people take longer to learn than others. That's how my therapist described me anyways. I had the means, but not the mindset to move past my dad's death and subsequent haunting of my mom. Fiction, mixed with artwork. Remember those cars that she was painting? So they're a bunch of photos. Originally they were photos, but I made them into fine art. Of all the cars from all the boys she racked up. But wait, I don't get it. Why put all those cars in there? Because there's significance to some of them. As you go through the story, you'll notice somebody's bug got painted twice. I wonder who that might be. And there's another car in here. Wait, I'm getting there. Hold on. Don't rush me. I can't take the pressure. There it is. That one belongs to Lucy and Carr. So, if you've been reading The Gospel of Wolves, you have little insight into the relationship between Lucy and Carr and Lindsay Falco. Not described in the book, but if you've read this one, you know they've slept together. Or I guess if you're watching this video, you know that too. But wait, there's more. Even on the cover, the fine art's telling a story. And the front cover. If you read the story, you'll realize that this truck belonged to her greatest regret. This is going to come back and haunt her in the Gospel of Wolves. Those remaining chapters that I'm writing. So, front cover, biggest regret. Back cover, mentioned at the beginning of this book, her ideal self. This is a self-portrait by proxy. It's called Smile. So is this all the Easter eggs? Ha, come on. All through the book. But you got to pay attention. So, in closing, what kind of book is it? It is a fine art book with a story in it. Some fine art books do nothing but go about the artist. Don't really care. Didn't really want to bother with that. I wanted to give you something that had some, well, more depth. I talk about my life all the freaking time. I found the fiction a little bit more interesting. So, with this adds to the story world, gives it some depth. The people who come to the art exhibits are going to notice or, well, realize that some of the stuff that they purchased and or just saw up on those walls is now in the book and has been assigned to a character. Stuff is in character. Anybody can put out an art book. Not everybody can create a fine art book with a fiction story. And I'm sticking to that. People don't know what the hell to do with it. That's fine. I didn't get in this game to just do everything that everyone else did. So I hope this video kind of helps clarify what it was I was trying to do with this book, and why it looks the way it is, why it's presented the way it is, and why it costs as much as it does. But completely worth it.